Hi everyone, so today I will be teaching you how to make this cute little yarn pumpkin. Looks like this. All you need, yarn. I'm using orange, and I did not know this when I bought this yarn. I bought this yarn just for this because I didn't have orange ready, but I like orange so I'll use it for other stuff too. But this yarn is actually called pumpkin. I did not know that when I bought it. What a coincidence. You also need a pipe cleaner. You only need a tiny little bit for the stem, but I just have the rest from the one I made this one. You also need scissors and something to wrap your yarn around. I'm just using this folded piece of cardboard because it's nice and stiff and my yarn, it doesn't collapse when I wrap the yarn around it. So first you're going to need to make sure my camera's in the right place so you can see everything. You need to take your yarn, find the end of it, mine's right here. Toss the rest of it over there so it's out of my way. You take your yarn, and you want to sort of make it so that the end goes a little bit over the center. You want to kind of make it so that the end is mostly in the center, but just a little bit over. And you want to just wrap your yarn around the cardboard. And what trick is, if you do it closer to the edge, you don't want to do it really close to the edge, you want to make sure enough space to wrap it around it coming off. But if you do it closer to the edge, it's easier to pull it off because there's less length you have to pull it off the cardboard. Now you're just going to want to wrap it. You want to kind of go over top of that first piece to hold it in place so that eventually you don't have to hold it anymore. My yarn got stuck. Ugh. Calm yarn. It got stuck. It does that sometimes on me. And you want to, once you get it stuck where it's like not going to move and you can not have to hold it, then you want to just wrap it a whole bunch. You also kind of want to spread out your space that you're wrapping on a little bit. You don't want to go too far out. You kind of want to stay mostly in one spot, but you don't want to stay just one spot. You want to go like 2 or 3 inches wide, but not too wide, because then it gets all weird. Also, the more you go, the tighter you want to wrap it, because otherwise the loops end up getting bigger and weird. If that makes sense. So you want to make sure you keep it tight the whole time you wrap. If anything, you want to do it looser when you're wrapping just on the cardboard, and then when you start going over and over in the same place, then you want to get tighter and tighter and tighter to keep your loops as close to the same size as you can. The yarn always gets stuck on itself and other stuff it's sitting next to. You want to just keep wrapping. I have no idea how many times you should wrap it. You just wrap it until it looks about good to what you think. I'm going to wrap it the other way for a little bit because I feel like it. Because it's easier. My yarn's down there. And just keep wrapping until you have a whole lot. And the more you wrap, the nicer your pumpkin will end up looking. If you don't wrap enough, your pumpkin will end up really thin and flat and stuff. But the more you wrap, the nicer it looks. And this is again what it looks like. Just keep wrapping and wrapping and wrapping. Now I've gotten it to a width where I like how wide this part is. It's about a good width. But what I like, now I'm going to wrap and just make it more yarn on top of itself. You don't want to make your yarn all haphazard and weird. You want to try to make it look somewhat nice, because that makes your pumpkin look nicer later. But if it's not perfect, the world will not end. It's getting close to where I like it. And again, I'm just eyeballing how much, based on what I did the last one. And you can just look at roughly what I did and try to make it sort of match. But if it's not perfect, it's a pumpkin. Pumpkins are all different. That looks about good to me. I'm going to go 1 or 2 more times there. I'm going to go a little more. And now you're going to want to bring it so that you're like this. And you want to have your yarn so it's on the same side where your other end of your yarn was, which is on this side for me. And then you want to make it so it comes over the middle, and then go a little bit farther, and then you want to cut off your extra yarn. And then you want to make sure this doesn't unwrap, but you want to set it aside for a second. And then you take your yarn you have already, you're still attached to your ball of yarn, or whatever you have it attached to, and you want to cut a few, several inches. This is obviously way too much than we'll need, but it just makes it easier. It's probably about a foot, I'd say.
You could probably go more like 5 inches, but the more yarns makes it easier. And I'm just going to wrap up my extra yarn that got unwound. And set it aside. And now we got to make it look like pumpkin. So now we got to take this. You want to make sure you keep your extra piece in its place. You don't want it unwrapping, then you have to make it weird later. And now you want to keep this down. And you want to stick your fingers underneath all the yarn wrapped up. You may end up having to bend. This is why cardboard works nice, because then when you do need it to bend, it will bend when you need it. You can let this piece flop around for 1 second while you get this through. You got to pull this through underneath all the yarn. It's sort of like just making a pom-pom, but it's going to end up being completely different. And once you get that pulled through, you want to make sure you have this piece pulled down where you can get to where it's supposed to be, where it's pulled nice and tight with the rest of it, and then you want to make sure it's like that, and then you want to take your yarn and just tie it together. You want to take it and just have it like this. The camera does not like dark colored objects, obviously. It does not like my jeans. So take it, make sure you can see this. You want to take your 2 pieces of yarn, make sure this one's pulled through, and you want to just tie these 2 pieces together. Like that. Pull as tight as you can get and try to keep it tight while you make your second knot. If it gets a little loose, it's okay, but try to keep it as tight as you can. That's about as tight as I could keep it. And now, let's put the camera back up. Hello. Focus. There. And now the next step is to pull this off the cardboard. I've warned you, pull on this part, and then you pull on the bottom part. And then you pull on the top part, you pull on the bottom part. The tighter you wrap it, the harder it ends up being. Focus. So wrapping it super, super, super tight. Focus. Focus. Is not the best idea, but you also don't want to wrap it too loose and have it be all weird. It's a fine line, and I obviously crossed it by making it too tight. Just gotta get it off. Once you get it off, you want to try to not let the yarn move itself around too much. You kind of want to keep it in the same way it was. And now you gotta take your 2 pieces of yarn that you tied it off for, or otherwise, pull them out of the sides, right where they were, like you went around, and then wrap them like this, and have it like this, and then tie it. So you're wrapping it around just like you did on the other side. And then you want to just take it and tie it in 2 knots, or 3. 2 seems to hold pretty good. And then you want to just take your extra, cut it off, and then you can just throw it away. And now you kind of just want to maneuver it around and try to make it look a little bit like a pumpkin. Now if you're making a pom-pom, this is normally the part where you would cut all the loops and fluff it out and blah blah blah. But since it's a pumpkin and not a pom-pom, you're mostly done. It just needs a stem. So now all you're going to do is take your green pipe cleaner and cut off like 1 inch or 2 of it. And then just cut it off like that. You can use 1 pipe cleaner to make like 7 pumpkins if you made them short enough stems. And you want to make sure you figure out which side you want the bottom to be. For me, that's going to be the side where I cut off the yarn bits, where I tie it together. I'll make that the bottom because then you won't see it. And I'm just going to go, you see right here? You see this little piece of string going right here? That's where the yarn is wrapped around holding it all together. I'm going to shove my pipe cleaner underneath that, like that. That's how I'm going to attach my stem. And then I'm going to get it so it's right in the middle roughly. And then I'm going to fold my pipe cleaner in half. Like that. And now you could just leave it like that, but I like to twist my pipe cleaner just to make it a little more interesting. So I just take the 2 pieces and I just twist them. Because that is how I like to do it. Makes everything a bit more secure and less likely to just fall apart. And then if you're worried about the end being pointy, because pipe cleaners are pointy, just fold the end down. That's what I like to do. It also makes the end a little thicker. It makes it look a little more pumpkin-y. And there. That's your pumpkin. And this is what they should look like. Just cute little pumpkins. You can set them around and do whatever you want with. And you can, like, I don't know what you do with them. You just set them around and have them look cute. If you like yarn crafts, give us a thumbs up. And comment down below what you would like me to try to make out of yarn. I've done pom-poms, I did a flower, I did a butterfly, and now I've done a pumpkin. I even did a bunny. If you would like me to do more, like maybe a winter one, comment that down below and I'll try to do it. And subscribe.
Bye!